was recorded in somebody's backyard. I don't know what that is. Is that a beast? Is that a werewolf? Is that some weirdo in a costume?
Man, grand rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody you been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you, Collective. If you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. But I did want to say I apologize. I've been missing in action. I had to decompress. I've been going through some things mentally. I had to pretty much disconnect from the social media, from the phone, from YouTube, from this channel. I had to decompress. I apologize. I was about to crash out. And I was about to start doing shit that I ain't trying to do or go back to. Let's put it like that. And I ain't gonna give it no more energy. That's why I ain't gonna go too far into detail. But I was about to start making mistakes that I know I shouldn't have been making. I know better than that. I know what to do and I know what not to do. And I know how to control my energy. And I know what to give my energy to. But I was about to start going there for a second. And I was like, you know what? Relax. Calm down. And I was real drained. I was real drained. No energy. But I had no energy. But you know, we back. We rolling. We popping. I'm going to go ahead and say, man, I checked the P.O. box. I seen some of y'all say y'all still sending some more stuff. So I'll be on the lookout for that. Shout out to Curtis Wilcox, man. Shout out to Curtis Wilcox, man. Curtis Wilcox is dope, bro. He dope. How y'all like that? The whole piece. How y'all like that, man? Is that dope or not? Is that dope or not, bro? I just had to give a shout out to Curtis Wilcox. Came from the Parliament. Funkadelics, man. This is hard. I'm trying to make sure the whole camera can get the whole thing. This is hard, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going to frame it. I'm going to put it up. I'm going to end up switching up the background, too. Make sure I put something else up there. But I appreciate y'all, man. He sent me a comic book, too. This dope. This dope. This is dope. Galactic Gorilla and the Cosmic Brotherhood, man. It's hard. It's hard. I can't make this up, bro. This is talent. Yeah, that's hard. And I seen that you said I seen Curtis Wilcox also say that he does album covers. I just gotta say, bro, Parliament Funkadelic, you legendary. Y'all group was legendary. That's all I can say. Funk did a lot music wise. My uncle put me on that, so I got a lot of respect for anybody who did the musician tip, but also he was in the funk, and you were a legendary group. So I gotta give you some respect, bro. Thank you again. It means a lot for you to be supporting this channel, sending me all this. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll see some more of the things you guys have sent. I'll get to that. But again, Curtis Wilcox, we could talk, bro. Man, we could talk for real. We can actually have a conversation because I am looking for an album cover for my new album coming up. So yeah, that would work. That would work. And I would love for you to be able to create that if you down for that. So just reach out to me on Instagram. I'll make sure we get in contact. But y'all know what it is, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Oh no, they've got a facial recognition police unit here. Let me just hide this. I wonder if I'm wanted for anything. Excuse me, how do I know if I'm wanted for anything?
You walk by and see what happens.
Okay, I stole a packet of Frutella when I was like 12.
Okay.
Would that flag up or not?
Have a try.
Okay. Can I look how many cameras they got? Yo, a whole SWAT team just jumps out and just rushes me to the ground.
Yeah, here we come with it. Y'all know what this means.
Ed,
Yeah.
tell me about you.
It's hard to explain in just a few moments. I've been understudy for 30 years for special abilities I've had my whole life. and I've been able to control energy, and I'm currently under study at the University of Virginia by Dr. Ross Dunzig in the neuroimaging lab, also at the Monroe Institute in the Copper Wall Array Lab, also at the Ryan Research Center's Biophoton Lab, and they've all been studying me ongoing, and you'll see me in different TV shows that's been filmed in these labs, like on Ancient Aliens, I'm known as the Alien Brain, season 14, episode 16, then on Gaia, I'm on the Consciousness Connection, and then on Divine Sciences with Sid Goldberg and stuff, doing energy healing TV shows and stuff. Now I've been on Coast to Coast with Art Bell, I've been on Coast to Coast with George Norrie, I've done...
Please just stay home next time. Please just stay home. If you're 25 and you're thinking about coming to Disneyland, folks, it is after dark, and that means I can say what I want to say. Disney adults are genuinely weird. I'm talking about you guys. There's no kids on this cruise. Why are you here? This isn't on the script. This isn't part of the bit. I genuinely think you guys are weird for being on this cruise. At least when kids are riding, they laugh. You guys just sit there on your phone, know that you paid $500 to be here today, and you don't even have a good excuse for doing it because you're all at least 20. What the hell is that? Go to a club, go to a party, or stay inside. Don't bring the vibe down on my cruise. It's weird. Mickey Mouse isn't your friend. Trust me, I know. He's my boss. He bleeds me like a vampire. The magic of this place should have worn off for you guys when you reached the age of 12. And now I just gotta deal with your goofy asses ruining of engaging with the act. So I'm seriously pleading with...
Sometimes something a little different happens.
Whoops, I'll get it.
Sometimes.
So this clip is someone pushing former President George Bush through a NASA site. When you look behind, you see, what is that? And something green floating? It almost looks like a studio green with studio blue. Oh, this is the finished product, and that's supposed to be the water. And speaking of which, here's someone doing a pretty poor job of editing a very similar shot. That's how water works.
Steve, there were very few.
Steve, you're in the shot, Steve.
Vibrations
Steve,
of any sort.
get out the shot.
Steve, there were very
Larry,
few,
we gotta fire Steve again.
Vibrations of any sort.
This crew attempted a spacewalk outside the station. Here's a live look at the astronauts.
Whoops.
Well, I don't believe. I don't think that's. Yeah. Wait.
Where's their spacesuit?
And did you know that in space, your head can disappear for a few seconds? Wow, how did he do that? That's amazing. I didn't know astronauts were also magicians. Oh my gosh, you guys, look how everything is floating. Look at that. Oh, except the water. Don't look at that. I don't know what this guy's holding, but it is super heavy. Look, he almost drops it in space and it goes straight down. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Larry, how's it going up there? Yeah, you got that tuna can I sent you? Great. That's oh my God, Larry, what happened? Larry, we lost you. Well, we have your head, but not your body. Larry.
Y'all let me know how y'all feel about NASA. I'm talking about from the meaning of it, to the snake tongue in the middle of the logo, to what they worship or what they really do, to their lies. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Are y'all supporting it? Are you not supporting it? Are you going against it just off what they support or what they lie about or their true name in Hebrew? Like, how you going about this? Let me know. I don't rock with NASA. The world is anything but a globe to me, in my opinion. Yours could be different. We can still be family. We can still be friends. We can still be cool if you disagree. We don't gotta go to war. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all let me know y'all opinions. Y'all let me know y'all angle. Change my perspective a little bit. Or just have me questioning. Let me know. I'm curious. Because I don't rock with nothing NASA say. The world is a holographic matrix. This shit is a simulation. This shit is a flat earth. Flat plane. There's land outside them ice walls. There's an inner earth, Agartha. It's something. But there ain't no damn... We ain't on no spinning ball. That's my opinion. But if you disagree, I don't mean no disrespect. I don't mean no harm.
It won't hurt you, we don't think. Okay? You certainly can't hear it, and we don't think it'll hurt you. And it's very high amplitude. And what happens when you have two sound waves like this, sound plus sound can create sound, but only at high amplitudes. At low amplitudes, sound waves just travel right through each other. You may be sort of familiar with this. But at high amplitudes, you can create sound. So what happens in this apparatus is, the audio sound, the sound that you're going to hear, is actually created in the beam, not here. And because it's created in the beam, and it stays in the beam, we have a beam of sound. So let me demonstrate this for you. Let me turn it on. And I'm going to find the piece of music that we like.
Yeah.
You may not like it.
The Eagles. You like the Eagles? Okay, good. Oh, we have a friendly audience this year.
Yeah. I think they're just saying that to make us feel better.
Right. All right.
It's worth the $2,000. It's not our money. Now, the sound that you're hearing is being created in this beam. It almost sounds like it's coming from your head. So let me try to scan the whole audience just so everybody gets to hear this. Absolutely remarkable. Pete, are you getting it? Let's try to, one more thing. Let's try to bounce it off the wall. Raise your hand if you can very clearly hear it. I'm going to try to bounce it off the wall. Look at where the hands are raised. It's
My age is 141 years old now.
You are 141 years old?
Right now.
Oh my. So is your medicine make you live so long?
I mean, I have no sugar. I have no pressure. I mean, I have no heart attack. I have no pain. I know my farm. I do everything said it.
How long did it take you to perfect your formula?
Well, I work with the moon. And the moon is that give you like when the moon is kind of full and the new moon, they try to prepare your herbs. And before the moon full, then you will boil your herbs. So I just soak my herbs, and after soaking them, then I throw them off and prepare them, put them into the bottle and so forth. So I work with humanity. I'm a healer through the power of the Most High. So I heal through the herbs and water. So no matter what the problem you have, there is something in the herbs for you. Because the Most High said, every leaves of the tree are healing of the nation. You know what I mean? So then we must attune ourselves to the herbs. Yeah? And the herb will heal us.
Y'all remember that clip? And the clip before that? Explain what was going on, please.
About Al-Qaeda.
القاعدة وين هي؟
Where is القاعدة?
القاعدة هنا في نيويورك.
القاعدة is here in New York.
من هو بن لادن؟
Who is he, Bin Laden?
He committed a heinous act.
هو بن لادن عملها.
Bin Laden made this heinous act.
You don't think what Osama bin Laden did was wrong?
هل هو كان في إحدى الطائرات اللي ضربت الأبراج؟
Was he on board one of those aircraft
No.
that hit the tower?
But he took credit for sending them.
لا هذا شيء ثاني لكن.
This is another thing.
يعني ما أعتقدش الآن بين أيدينا حكم قانوني ضد بن لادن بهالخصوص.
I don't think that in front of us we have a court sentence vis-a-vis Bin Laden or in this regard.
يعني الإرهابيين اللي ضربوا نيويورك ما همش أفغان.
The terrorists who hit New York are not from Afghan. They're not Afghani.
ما طلعوش من الطائرات من أفغانستان أو من العراق.
They did not use the airplanes or take off from Iraq or Afghanistan by airplanes.
طلعوا من مطار كندي هنا.
They flew from JFK airport here in New York.
وهو العمل كله حصل داخل أمريكا.
The whole action was done here.
وتدربوا هنا في أمريكا.
They were trained here.
لم يتدربوا في العراق. ولم يتدربوا في أفغانستان.
They did not train, or they were not trained in Iraq or in Afghan.
Oh, okay. We'll be right back.
I mean, that is the land of unconfirmed.
Yes, we came, we saw.
Did it have anything to do with your visit?
No, I'm sure it did.
Look, I'm keep it honest with y'all. There's a word we use when somebody's unalive and it starts with an M. And I can't use it. But I'm a firm believer that the biggest... I'm going to bleep this out. The biggest machine that we know of is United States of America. Are they not? Do they not kick ass everywhere they've been? Do they not keep continuing to kick ass? Do they want full control over us? Or do they not kick our ass all over the corporation that we work in called the United States of America? Now I'm just asking. Now, this is for entertainment purposes. Now what I'm about to say is not true. But I just made it up. And I want y'all to know if y'all like my story or not. And my story is, why would they care about us in 2020 and give us some bullshit? And then on top of that, try to tell us we can fight the bullshit with this bullshit. And you need 3 of them. Or you need 2 of them. And then on top of that, we find out it's bullshit. And then on top of that, we know that they're trying to... We know their project for 2030. We know what they're trying to get us up to speed to. We know what the end game is they trying to do. Full control. That's all it goes down to. Population can... Y'all go with the rest. On top of that, bro, they remove the seeds out of our food. They make us sick all the time. We remember 9/11. We see that was an inside job. I told y'all every time I go to post about this shit, I get in trouble for it. Mainly the planes hitting it. Stuff like that. He says what he says, and then all of a sudden he says, okay, we'll come right back. No, he said too much. And did Gaddafi's face look like a skin suit? That shit look like a skin suit, right? Y'all seen the clips when we saw him take the mask off? Don't his face look like that, bro? That shit look fake. Maybe it was all a stage. Maybe it was all just to put the truth out in front of us. But I just can't understand how some people still go, no disrespect, how some people still risk their life for this corporation. How people still choose one side over another when really we all in this bullshit together. It's like we go to work. You got the owners wearing suits and ties, and you got the managers and supervisors wearing another color, and they telling us, the workers, oh, choose this manager or choose that manager, and we going at each other over dumb shit. But really, this manager and that manager at the end of the day be behind scenes eating together, talking together, doing all the wicked shit together, and then they turn around and be like, got us going to war over this shit. When do we ever fix what we living at? When do we ever get along? When do we ever have peace? They got peace, but they causing destruction amongst us, keeping their way of life going, and we effed up in the long run. But when we claiming to each other we want peace, we claiming to each other we want us to get along. But what's happening? I apologize, Collective. I can't. Sometimes when I watch this shit, I be like, how can I see it? But we all can't see it together. And y'all, and the ones who can't is slowing up the progress for us. So either we gonna have to kick their ass out, or we gonna have to all get together at once. Just saying, cause I'm getting tired of seeing us not make no action behind people who don't believe in the shit that we trying to get them to understand. You know what I mean? Maybe it's too far, man. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. This shit all is set up, bro. They all homies and they all work together.
Judge Mullins, I'm not sure you should have been running a trafficking ring out of the county jail, right? Do you guys remember this guy? Judge Kevin Mullins, who was shot to death in his chambers on camera by the town sheriff, had turned the Letcher County Jail into a brothel to fulfill the disgusting fantasies of him and his buddies. And I don't mean he was turning a blind eye. Oh no, he was the freaking ringleader. Mullins and his disgusting friends would set up these parties at the county jail and other buildings in town, and they would pick which inmates they wanted to be with. As a thank you to the women, he would reduce their jail time or whatever punishment they were facing. And if the women didn't want to or refused to participate, he would threaten them with maximum sentences or kick them where it really counts. Threaten to call CPS. He was literally leveraging their freedom for his sexual fantasies. And the most deplorable part of it all, the entire county knew. Taya Adams, one of his victims, said, quote, "Who would believe us anyways? The whole town was doing it. Nobody cared. They're all swingers. It was all a big party to them. It was just so normal. They used this against us to ruin our lives." We still don't know exactly why Sheriff Mickey Steins gunned down the judge, but we do know the sheriff told an arresting officer that the judge was trying to kidnap his wife and kid. We also know that literally seconds before the murder, the sheriff asked to borrow the judge's cell phone to call his daughter, which is how the sheriff learned that his daughter's cell phone number was saved in the judge.
Michael's still alive. Be honest with me. Nah, I don't. My mom says it, but I don't think so. He is. Boy, he's alive. He's alive. Hey, you know that Michael Jackson's alive, cuz.
That's that dumb shit that some creators do, and I don't like. I don't like that type of shit, bro. Show some respect. It's almost like a reporter who know they shouldn't be getting the information they're getting, but they get it in a sneaky way. Like, ask this man if you can ask him that question and see if he would be willing to say that on camera before you just have him put in that position for your own content. That shit weak, bro. That shit weak. But everybody do things differently. So I guess it is what it is. I just know my guideline and my parameters on what not to do, and make sure my content have more respect in that. That's the best thing I could do, because I can't change anybody else's moves or the way they go about things. But the clip before that, I plead the fifth on how I feel about what that man did for his children and wife. Let's just say that. I ain't gonna say he was wrong. Might have been a better way around it. Maybe not. Sometimes you gotta take it to where he took it. Sometimes. I'm sorry. You have to. Am I wrong or am I right? Especially when it comes to your family as a man. Sometimes there's no other way, and there's only one way you could take it when you protecting the family. I apologize not to say it like that, but I mean, it is what it is. Y'all let me know. This is one that got caught. How many of y'all think got off with this shit that was a part of that? How many people you think still getting away with this in some cities and states or small towns? It's a crazy world, man. Crazy world.
This weird, crazy-looking monstrous thing was recorded in somebody's backyard. I don't know what that is. Is that a beast? Is that a werewolf? Is that some weirdo in a costume? I don't know, but if I saw that thing, I wouldn't be standing there taking pictures.
Did he wave? Bro, go get the heat. Go get the heat.
Damn, Young Thug. Who would have knew that Thugger was out here snitching? In my mind, I'm just wondering, how is Young Thug going to spin this scenario? What excuse is he going to come up to what we all heard on this damn audio of him allegedly snitching? Y'all remember what he said? He on with rats. He called Gunna a rat. So now with this audio, is he gonna call himself a rat? Now I'm just wondering, is the industry gonna hold him to the same standard as everybody else they deem snitches? The same way they did Gunna? The same way they did 6ix9ine? I know he was telling, but still, a rat is a rat, right? Am I wrong? Am I tripping? Now, can you and Gunna rekindle y'all relationship? Y'all, listen to the audio.
This motherfucker went from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This was in Atlanta, and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird. This fucking damn shot at these to us. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did. They said Roscoe, but I don't know. I ain't finna. I don't want to block. I don't want to block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. Shit on Roscoe. Fucking screw. That fool. I'm like, we shot at somebody, bro. But I don't fucking know, because every day nigga broke phone. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
So listening to that audio, what do y'all think? Let me know. Am I tripping? Was that snitching? Dry snitching? Any snitching? A little sprinkle of the seasoning? Let me know down below in the comments. How y'all feel about it?
Snitching is snitching. I don't care if it's a little or a lot.
Breaking news, In-N-Out Burger finally discloses their ingredients, and they are pretty strange. Just so you know, I've had a cheeseburger the other day that was literally cheese, bread with 3 ingredients, lettuce, tomato, and meat with salt and pepper. What the Sam Dam is this? Look it up, dude. This is not half the stuff you shouldn't even, your body should not even be near the frequency of these ingredients, let alone consuming them. What is going on? It's just a bit of fast food, man.
But look at this, guys. I found something very interesting. You see Trump's right hand, how it has a massive bruise on it? I want you to watch this video, because when I saw this, I believe that he intentionally showed this. Notice how this is a very unnatural way to hold your hand. Now you be the judge.
come to think of it, there's your trophy for the World Cup. And come to think of it, there's your trophy for the World Cup.
Now, is it just me or was that intentional? Now, this is very interesting because there's a couple things that I want to show you. Notice how this is on the Queen's right hand, the same hand that Trump has the bruise on, and this was a few days before her passing. I'm also a little bit of a Harry Potter nerd, and this reminded me of Dumbledore's black hand, his diseased black hand on the right hand as well. Now, apparently this bruise is from a handshake, and I don't know if you're shaking hands with Thanos or the Hulk, but that makes no sense. Now, he's sitting with his fist tightened, drawn out, and closed. This is not an accident, guys. In occult symbolism, when something is shown like this, it's from a secret disclosure. This is only for the people that have eyes to see. Now, I'm not going to go too deep on the symbology of what this means because I'll probably get banned, but it's definitely tied into some sort of occult symbolism, tying into some sort of rituals, things like this. Just my opinion, strictly for entertainment purposes only, of course. But let me know what you think about this hand in the comments down below. And yeah, make sure to like, share, and follow for more hidden truth. Peace and love.
Y'all think it's correlation there, or is that a big ass reach?
Recently, there's a video. This is like the realest, most clearest footage of UFO. And it's in Mexico. It's clear as day. And it makes the sky light up too.
Yeah, whenever there's aliens, there's always beams.
This is like last week. Just happened. See? Oh, and it's very clear.
Yeah.
People are wondering, oh, that's a UFO.
That can't be anything else.
But check this out. It's not.
What is it?
Yo, what it actually is, that style of military plane has been abandoned for a long time. That may very well be just a military hovercraft. You just got caught slipping.
So why do you think they put these up there though?
Everything is like a test, right?
That makes sense.
If they're not testing their equipment, yo, a good military hovercraft, we shouldn't be able to detect it.
Exactly.
Because if we can detect it,
then
it didn't job.
They're probably like, oh, this is the test. Someone took a video of it, you guys failed.
Yeah, exactly. That was
Kevin Hart took $50 million to unversion his hole.
Can you explain a little bit?
No, I just told you.
He just told him. He wanted to explain.
Tell y'all true story. Be someone watch this video to the end. Something is going on in St. George. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go.
Just what in the book of Enoch is this thing?
What is that?
I'm on the island of St. George Island and rode by and saw this Baphomet-looking thing.
It's not a game.
And if you read the sign behind him, it tells you that there are 3 of these on St. George Island.
3 of them? Come on!
They want you to take a selfie with this thing. I'm not going to do that.
Me either.
And it tells you that he's guarding you from hurricanes.
What?
And not me. I'm going to trust in the one true God, Yahweh, the creator of heaven and earth.
Facts.
And I just renounce and rebuke this thing in Jesus' name.
What the hell is that? Did you see that? They said that it's guarding us from hurricanes. Then they said there's 3 of them on that island. Shut up! You know what time is it, guys? That ain't guarding us from nothing. Just playing around, guys. That's what they said. Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know why that statue's there, but it's all good because it's been there, and there's 3 of them. Shut up! It's not a game on here, guys. That reminds me of a gargoyle. Remember? Shut up! Or that could be a FA. What if at nighttime? Don't you say it. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys. You know what time is it? That statue looks pretty cool. They said to take a selfie next to it. Why is that? Shut up! Why? So you can let everybody know you was at St. George and you had such a wonderful vacation. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys. You know what time is it? But I tell you one thing. If I ever go to St. George and I see that same statue and they telling me to take a selfie next to it, I'm good, bro. I'm just gonna take a selfie with my girl.
Damn, it's like you could feel the evilness coming off of this shit.
Right out.
Right out.
So that bag costs 20,000.
Is that for like baby organs and shit like that?
It's like adrenochrome. Alright, so I'm doing an adrenochrome, $20,000 IV. Basically.
I don't know if we can actually say adrenochrome.
Yeah, that's legal.
Is it?
Don't you have to murder?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's like what like presidents do and shit.
Yeah, so I'm doing the presidential IV.
Biden definitely doesn't do that.
Obviously.
Well, from a living human body.
The upper me human blood said it would take me higher than I'd ever been in my life. But I was kidding. I told him I'd just as soon have an ounce of so pure adrenochrome.
Suck baby's blood. Put it on my face.
One of Oprah's favorite, Fountain of Youth.
How come it's red?
Cells from baby foreskin.
The young blood from teenagers.
Their hair, if it was gray, just turns dark.
You know they sell adrenal caps at the vitamin stores, like the natural remedies. Like we got a natural remedy store, they got adrenal caps there. Thought that was kind of crazy. Would you take it?
So Trump said he want to send the National Guard into the rack. Ain't gonna go how you want it to. Let's be real, this ain't about Chicago. This about Epstein and Mar-a-Lago. What you talking about? He's still mad they ran his ass out of town when he tried to do that speech. He had to run over that hill. I think his toupee fell off. I seen one of the shorties taking a picture with it like they snatched his chain. For as much bad press as Chicago gets, let's look at the realities. Our mayor, Brandon Johnson, needs to be applauded for reducing homicides by more than 30%, robberies by 35%, and shootings by almost 40%. Say what you will about the migrant crisis, he inherited that situation. See, Chicago is just a convenient scapegoat for the violence of America. Like, let's look at Chicago as if the American government isn't the most violent machine on the planet Earth. And furthermore, it's proven that investment into more policing does not reduce violence. Chicago is the largest public housing experiment in the country. The education system is and they keep gutting it, closing schools. It's filled with vacant lots. Did you know greening vacant lots reduces crime by 30%? It's almost as if treating human beings like they're valuable lets them lead better lives. Now for the we need more police crowd, let me hit you with a couple facts. Stick with me, I know you hate numbers. Police budget is $2 billion, 12% of the city's budget. Increasing police by 10% only reduces crime by like 2%. On the other hand, youth summer jobs and cognitive behavioral therapy in schools reduces crime by 40 to 50%. You tell me what's a better investment, God damn it. So how about before you wasting people's time and all of our money, you look at what Brandon Johnson's already doing, what the mayor of Baltimore is already doing, and invest in the black community. Because one thing I'm gonna tell you about Chicago, that shit ain't sweet.
Shout out to Vic Mensa, man. I seen it. I did have to start following him, and I seen he's starting to get on his content making. Man, I think he got a lot of game and a lot of wisdom and a lot of gems he can drop. That's my opinion. Man, shout out to Vic Mensa. Gotta give it to him. He helped get me out of a dark place. I was in the sunken. Literally. I told y'all this. 2015 through 2017, I was in the sunken, bro. I was in the sunken heavy. That's another topic. Going up to Grass Valley, I can't even tell you I can't remember certain shit sometimes. I was in the sunken for sure. I was in the sunken. When Vic Mensa helped me get out, he let me up out of that. He sent the light. The first song I heard, not by him in general, but the first one I know that touched me was Say I Didn't. That was one of the hardest ones. That was one of the hardest ones in Autobiography album. Say I Didn't. Memories of 47th Street. We grew up on this, not the same street, but you know, he's from 47th. My street was 47th when I was growing up out here in Sad Kids was from the rack. But yeah, shout out to Vic Mensa, man. I think he need to keep coming with this type of content, with this type of heat. We need to hear from him more. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Do y'all even rock with his music? I do.
Much about the origins of this location is a mystery. It is known to have began as a roadside motel, but was converted to an elderly nursing home by 1970. It was later reinstated as a care home for disabled adults by 1993. Although there are no official documents, it is believed by locals to have been shut down in December 2005 due to patient abuse and neglect. None of this can be 100% proven for Pine Lawn, however, leaving the location as one big mystery. One thing is certain, however. The people brave enough to enter this facility do not leave without experiencing this location's supernatural nature. Claims of apparitions, shadow figures, and even poltergeist activity have been reported at this location, and it was now the time for us to see if we could survive a night at Pine Lawn Manor.
Hell Hell nah. Till one of them apparitions attach the energy to you.
Is there a toothpaste that you don't recommend?
A toothpaste that has a black dot on the, the end of the toothpaste that you roll up, unroll it, if it has a black dot, that means it has a lot of chemicals in it.
Oh.
So that'd be the one you don't want to buy. If you have a blue dot or a green dot, it means it has less chemicals, it's more natural. I think green may be natural, but I mean, those are better toothpaste.
Yeah.
The one I use is AquaFresh.
Oh, okay. AquaFresh, that's like the cheaper one.
Maybe. I don't use fancy. Don't you share?
What's that?
What type of toothpaste you use?
I don't.
You don't? There you go. He's a dentist too.
Jesus, dude, just a little bit of dirt on there.
But he does
rough it on there.
But I don't use any toothpaste.
Listen, he
really?
does root canals for a living, right? He doesn't want you to brush your teeth.
Really?
Never brush your
my
teeth.
marketing strategy. I'm gonna not use anything myself to show everybody else this is how you do it.
Now there's an influencer right there.
That's an influencer, yeah.
Don't use toothpaste. That's an influencer right there.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, technically, he's right. I mean, you don't really need to put toothpaste on it. As long as you mechanically remove the stuff.
Really?
That's probably just as good.
Really?
Yeah, why do you need toothpaste for?
Well, what would you put on your toothbrush?
You would just put water on there.
Really?
You could. Right?
I feel like this is a controversial
I think
statement.
people enjoy brushing their teeth with... Do you think people enjoy brushing their teeth with toothpaste?
Would enjoy brushing their teeth
With toothpaste. I think there's a certain joy about having the toothpaste on the toothbrush. It kind of foams on your gums, makes your breath tingly in your mouth.
Don't you want the fluoride or whatever it is, right?
Nah, we could go into that. It's a whole different conversation, Chris.
Oh.
Hell no, we don't want the fluoride. We don't want the fluoride in our water. We don't want the fluoride in our toothpaste. I mean, we don't want the fluoride nowhere, bro. We know that they putting that shit in there. That's an interesting topic. Y'all know what to do. Spam it up. Let me know y'all thoughts. I heard that you could brush your teeth without toothpaste. And I know y'all be talking about my pearly whites. They always been like this, thank God. But if I can figure out an alternative to getting rid of the toothpaste, I'm for sure on that, bro. Mechanically, and it still be the same. If it worked for me, I'm gonna wait months after I've been doing it, and then like when the next comment I see with somebody talk about my pearly whites, I'm like, hey bro, did y'all know I remember that video we watched with no toothpaste? Bro, I start following that. Can you tell the difference? Like I really would want to try that shit. I really would want to try that as long as it's clean. As long as my shit clean, I'm good. Anything else, I can't do the dirt. So if it don't work, I'm gonna be highly upset, and I will know right after I brush my shit with a mechanical or do it without toothpaste. I'm gonna know. I'm gonna be able to feel that shit, and I hate that feeling. But y'all let me know. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, and have y'all already tried this? Spam it up.
So we all just got woken up to some disturbing sound all through the whole area. I just called 911, and they said they've gotten like over 50 calls about it.
She called 911 for that? Oh, damn.
Man, what's going on? They done built a whole wall. It's a city in here of trailers. I'm looking for some stuff, man. I know there gotta be something in these trailers. They built a whole community inside here. About to snoop in here.
Damn, what y'all think they hiding?
Peace, family. So this video is gonna be pretty quick. I just wanted to get on here and let y'all know the truth about Earth, right? This planet has been turned into what we can call an energy harvesting center for energy. That's why every narrative that they push in the media is built on negativity. It's built on chaos. It's built on fear, because fear and all those other emotions that they're pushing lowers your frequency. You see, these beings, these entities, the ones watching from the shadows, feed off of that energy, that low vibrational energy. They don't eat food like me and you. They eat spirit. They eat life force. So they feed off of anger, pain, confusion. That's why war never stops. That's why division never ends. That's why you are constantly told that you are not enough, and feeling these low vibrational feelings because they need you in that state in order to siphon your energy. Every system that surrounds us was designed to keep us generating the energy that they need. They need it to survive. The reason why they need it is because they made a choice. They're no different from me and you. They're not more powerful than us. And in all reality, we're more powerful than them. We have a body. They don't. They can't survive on this third dimensional construct without a body. And I think you forget that makes you a lot more powerful, because do you know what they would do in order to take your body from you? They wish they could take your body. See, they made a decision a long time ago and they turned their back on source. They disconnected themselves from love. And when you cut yourself off from the Creator's light, you lose the very force that sustains you, that gives you an existence to begin with. The only way that they can keep living and thriving now is by feeding off of your light, because you are still connected to source. But you see, the crazy thing is, y'all, that the door to source never closed. It's always been open. Always. And they could easily return at any point in time. And the Creator would embrace them with love, not judgment. But they choose pride over and over and over again. They choose control over and over and over again. They choose to dominate instead of surrender. They fear returning because when they do, that means facing the truth that they denied for eons. That they need source. And the reason why they fear us so much is because the moment that we fully awaken to our divinity, they lose their food source. They cannot harvest energy from a soul that stands in remembrance. They cannot harvest energy from a soul that remembers it is light. That's why you're distracted. That's why you're divided. That's why you're lied to. Because if enough of us remember and wake up, they lose everything. And y'all have to stop living in this fear-based mentality, because they cannot harm us. They cannot harm us. Your spirit. They cannot harm you, because you are a part of source. All they can do is fucking their little shenanigans that they do in the backdrop, in the shadows. Because influence in the shadows is more stronger than force. Because now you don't feel like they're doing it to you. You feel like it's just happening. You feel like it's just life. But life isn't supposed to be like that. Their only weapon is illusion. They whisper fear into your mind so you can create a prison for yourself. If you have a thought in your head and that thought is not surrounded in pure love, if that thought is not serving you and guiding you into a direction to be your higher self, then it's not you. And you need to learn how to decipher the two. Because we have dark entities that are trying to manipulate our walking world. And yes, the voice might sound like you, but if it's not surrounded in love, then it's not you, family. And once you see that, you start to realize that they have no real power. We are gods in flesh. We are not the God. We are not the creator of all. We are creators, but we're a piece of the Creator. You can create. That's what you were sent here to do, is to create. And they fear you because you are stronger than them. And when you rise into that truth, their time ends.
So there's times where, like, I've seen comments of people, if it had to do with religion or politics, even, let's just put it like this: religion, aliens, politics, things like that. Those are just an example of 3 things that I know for sure. Now, I see comments of people, they'll feel offended based off what we saw in a clip, right? and it's understandable. It's understandable. And then it's how they go about the next step. They'll talk crazy about the creator. And when they talk crazy about the creator, then they throw another insult in. Calling somebody out their name, just being disrespectful because they felt insulted by somebody saying something about their religion or saying something about their God or whatever they believe in, you know, their belief system. And it's understandable to have these feelings. It's not understandable, in my opinion, to react on those feelings. You get what I mean? When you, like what he just said, we're supposed to vibrate at pure love. That's when you connected to source. When you say insults, you instantly not connected to love. You are connected to another emotion. What being comes with that negative emotion? I think his name starts with Satan, Lucifer, things like that. So remind yourself next time you want to send an insult, the next time you want to vibrate at a different frequency because somebody took a jab at you, is that or is that not that trickster playing with your mind at that moment? You think God would want you to vibrate with insults? You think God would want you to vibrate with disrespect? With disrespect? You think God would want you to vibrate with not love? Or would he say let him do the judging? Would he say let him control his children, his people? Not you. Right? Or wrong? I'm just asking. I'm just asking because I see people who drop lower than where they should be. They should be up here. I see it in the comments all the time. There's a whole lot of people who should be up here. And they drop down low, below where they should be. And I don't know nobody else who's going to tell you you should be up here and not down here. Most people going to try to make you feel like you down there so they could be making themselves feel like they big. You get what I mean? But we in this shit together. And I rock with the people. So that's what I'm saying. Don't vibrate low. Get your ass up, bro. Pull your ass up. Stop being so mad about shit. Stop being so angry with other people because they don't see shit the way you see it. I ain't angry at nobody. But at some point when I'm saying if there's kids going missing, I mean, damn, bro, we gonna have to we gonna have to drop some people. Either you with them, either you with us, or you with them. But I get it. It's just like, hey, bro, which level you gonna vibrate at? Is you gonna have pure love or is you gonna have pure hate? I don't know, man. Y'all let me know. Let me know y'all thoughts.
You can actually walk from one continent to the next, and I'm going to prove it today. Now, all Hebrews, I am not trying to disprove Deuteronomy chapters 28. I am not trying to disprove that you came into slavery with ships. That is not what I am trying to do. I am being a mediator between you and the 9 tribes, the Jews and the 9 tribes, Israel and Judah. There are people in America that call themselves native Indians. Let's prove how they got there. Are you ready? Let's get it. Are you watching? Let's go. Now, you walk from the United States into Canada, all the way to Alaska. And do you see this little gap right here? That gap was once frozen. Guess when? 2019. That's when it was unfrozen. That means it's been frozen for many, many years. You could literally walk from here on the ice over to Russia. Literally. This maritime boundary just got unfrozen. Russia just started to make money from this water. It was frozen. They couldn't send no boats through there to make money. So if it's frozen, you would be able to walk across from Alaska, which is part of America, to Russia. And if it's not frozen, it would take you literally 1 hour to go across the waters to Russia. 1 hour. Family, and that's on a rowboat. Then you would literally walk into Russia, walk from Russia down to China, from China to India. You could walk from India to Iran, all the way to Iraq, all the way to this little piece right here, which is Israel. And do you see what's connected to Israel? Same little piece right there, Africa. Africa. You can literally walk from America to Africa. Now you want to go to Europe? Let's walk. Now let's walk to Europe. You can either take that route, which is water, or you can take this route again backwards, which is land. Now, if you took the route backwards, you would go through Saudi Arabia, Iran, up to Turkey. You know, Turkey right there. Walk all the way over to Europe. You can literally walk to Europe. Yes, you can walk to Europe from Africa. You can walk from Ukraine to Poland to Germany to France to Italy to Spain. Then if you want to go back to Africa, you just go across this little water right here. Even going to the UK, England is a simple boat ride. Simple boat ride. 1 hour, 2 hours, the most. My question is this. If the Father said he split the earth in 6 parts and 7 is under the sea, then what if the whole of this that's still attached, by the way, is all one continent? I proved that you can walk from America to Africa. Shalom.
Now, is that a reach? Is it not a reach? See me? Why they never... See, that's something that should have been on the news, bro. When the Bering Strait ends up thawing out, going into water, that's something that should have been big news, bro. Yo, you guys, today's topic is tell us that. But no, y'all rather tell us some dumb shit that happened in our cities to keep us distracted from the realest shit ever. Again, I appreciate everybody who told me about the Bering Strait when I gave y'all the story of my family history of how my grandfather was a Mongolian, was part of Tartaria, and he had worked on the Great Wall of China. And I told you my great-great-grandmother told me this, and she told me don't ever forget it. I told you YouTube blocked that. They muted me when I said that, and y'all said, and there was some comments that came in. I was like, bro, check out the Bering Strait. Your ancestors came from this region. They walked the Bering Strait. Thank you. Again, thank you. Because that shit that books won't tell you. Certain books. You got to go find them. And that's certain that some things that they won't tell you when you growing up in school, that's the history they hide from us. That shit crazy.
This is a hand. This is a whole hand. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Y'all are eating hand. Y'all, this is a hand of us. Oh my God. We need to get the out of here. We're people crazy. Pay attention to the bag. You want to talk? You want to talk? Yeah. What's going on? Look at the bag now. To prove my life story. No, you're done. You're done making me feel like I'm crazy. Because today was nowhere near normal. Severed hands. Again. Now look at the goddamn plate. Marcel, are these ready? Yeah. Thank you. Look at the plates. Deep fried. You've been chasing hands all day? Hands. I will keep my remarks brief and in English for those of our foreign guests. Thank you all for coming. Tonight's meal, prepared by Marcel, is truly a sacred experience. If you are here, it is because I know you appreciate and revere life's most beautiful experiences. You will not be disappointed. You all have in front of you a napkin. While some of you may be familiar, I offer a reminder. This is what the elites do. Eat this meal with this napkin draped over our heads, as is traditional with Lima. This is not out of shame, as some may speculate. Like, quite the opposite. What? To allow a private and sensuous moment with a meal. A meal that I assure you rivals even the finest. Is that cornbread and hot sauce? What the hell? Let's go. And look. First class. Girl, this some high-end shit. I feel like I'm in Beauty and the Beast. Mad exclusive. It smells amazing. Kind of earthy.
Ain't no damn way, bro. We know that's what they do on fast food. Shit, I don't think that's what they doing in the restaurants. I mean, I could be way off, but of course they was letting us know what they really do. Of course, bro. Imagine catching a hot hand on your plate, already battered up with fish fry or chicken batter or, man, hell no, bro. Nah. That's why they got to do it the way they do it. But over time, at some point, bro, they're going to show us. They're not going to hide it. They're going to be fried hands coming straight on the plate just like that. And some people are going to be eating it. Watch, bro. Watch. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Some people can't even get off the fast food now. Think about that. Think about that. Man, hey, that used to be my show. That's crazy work, bro.
Well, this is my own way.
I ain't no Uncle Tom.
Well, salvation.
You can't brainwash me.
Jesus said, first you seek the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, all of these things will be added.
Heaven is on earth.
Mind you, brother.
Where you gonna go when we start revolution? Whose side are you gonna be on? Are you still gonna be on your knees begging for us jobs?
I was, as Mr. Meek said, he wouldn't just die standing on his feet rather than to die on his knees. I will die standing up for God, regardless of any circumstance.
Okay. Have God ever told you to let this white man rule you like he is?
Well, young man, you first must be born again. God is a spirit.
I ain't born again. I ain't got to be born again. See, I was born in a new generation. Your mother could have brainwashed you, but can't nobody brainwash me. I'm ready. It's gonna take young boys like us to win the revolution.
You insult my intelligence when not only they insult me, period. If they think I would tell them anything.
But it would be good, and I think in many ways it might be of some benefit to your organization. You know, if in fact we can eliminate people.
There's no government agency that can ever expect any information out of me that's in any way detrimental to any religious group or black group for that matter in this country. No government agency.
That's fine.
Because they should use that same energy to go and find who bombed that church down there in Alabama. Well, and if these government agencies spend as much money and time and energy.
You know what somebody in the South is saying?
Rest in peace to one of my goats, man, Malcolm X. I know some people are going to say he was a character. Some people are going to say he wasn't real. Some people are going to have a lot of different things to say. Nip Hussle, Malcolm X, Pac, them is like people I had looked up to growing up, who put me on the path I'm on right now. We be honest, that was the parameters I had. Those was the guidelines I knew of where to go. And then I grew up around other people, street legends, who really, I knew that wasn't a path I should go. I had two ways I could have took it. But I got into it with one of my homegirls. She was a Muslim. And I got into it with her because I said that 3-letter agency right there worked with Elijah Muhammad. And Elijah Muhammad and the nation didn't like how big Malcolm was getting. And I said, I feel like they did a deal with that 3-letter agency. And the 3-letter agency probably paid him a check and was like, you send some people to go do this and we're going to make sure you're good in the long run. And they ended up getting him out of there. Get your hand out my pocket turned to what it turned to. If y'all know. And I feel like they teamed up to get Malcolm out of there. And she felt some type of way with me when I said that. She got mad. No, that's not the case. No, it wasn't this. No, it wasn't that. Well, how did all that shit happen like that after these recordings, after his trip to Mecca, and then after he exposed Elijah Muhammad of doing that Diddy shit? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all let me know y'all opinions. That's how I view it to this day. And if you disagree, let me know your angle. We can have a conversation about that. And if what you saying is sounding right to me, I might just change my perspective. But there's nothing really to been able to change my perspective on that. But I'm not saying it won't change on that, because I'm open-minded, and I'm a lot more mature now than I was then. But y'all let me know your thoughts. And I seen y'all said where Malcolm at, because y'all remember him being up in the videos. That was a while ago. He's still up. He on this wall over here. Man. Yeah. Rest in peace of Malcolm, man. Malcolm X is great. He the legend, man.
Now, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but the literal definition of science, the literal definition is something that is observable, measurable, and repeatable. That is how you define science. With that being said, this is a working model of the flat earth with salt water and electricity. As you can see, the tides, everything's working perfectly, something that we can observe, measure, and repeat. The oceans are contained because water needs a container. Literally just first grade science, guys. Container. Water needs to be contained. You want to know what's not observable, measurable, and repeatable? A globe Earth with the water sticking to it spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. Never, ever, ever has this been observable, measurable, and repeatable. I challenge anyone to make a working model of this. A spinning globe with the water sticking to it, and then show us. But you can't, and you never will, because this is pseudoscience, and it defies all laws of physics. And you're a complete sheep if you believe this. Peace and love.
Some people will believe it's a globe with a ball with water on it, but not my
Protect this at all costs. No more glitches.
shit. They're gonna change it if they really want to anyway.
Because whenever an inventor creates something that they think will bring great value to the world, they do something called file a patent, which is a system that offers inventors a temporary monopoly on their invention in exchange for sharing it with the world. In theory, a very mutually beneficial agreement. Society gains an invention that advances us, and the inventor makes a lot of money and gains recognition. The idea of patents was created in 1474 in Venice to encourage innovation when they enacted the Venetian Patent Statute. But in 1951, the US passed the Invention Secrecy Act, allowing them to keep certain technologies and inventions a secret legally. If they determine an invention to be detrimental to society, they can classify it, and their inventors are bound by law to not talk about it. Now, if a big company can't lobby a reason to invoke this act on a patent that happens to be detrimental to their wallet, they can simply offer the inventor a lot of money to outright buy the rights to their technology patent and just never put it to use. This practice is known as black shelving, buying patents for the purpose of never putting them to use. And if inventors refuse that, there are other ways to make sure their technology never gets out there, as there are countless cases of this happening, especially when it comes to anything involving cheap, accessible energy. Like the time this guy, Stanley Meyer, invented a car that can run purely on water. And it was all over the news, using a process known as electrolysis, which used electricity to split water molecules, H2O, into oxygen and hydrogen gas, using the hydrogen gas to power the engine, which we know is real. We have hydrogen cars today, although they don't run on water, but rather hydrogen gas pumped directly into the engine, which is expensive and not very accessible. Meyer called his invention a water fuel cell injector, and it was so impressive that scientists and engineers around the country inspected it and confirmed his technology works. In 1998, Stanley was signing a multi-million-dollar deal with investors at a restaurant when all of a sudden he felt incredibly sick, ran into the street, and started throwing up. He died shortly after, with his final words being, "They poisoned me," but his death certificate hid that, and they made up a story about a brain aneurysm. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to notice that this is a very inconvenient pattern among inventors of this type of technology, because Stanley was quite the inventor, one of which included an electromagnetic toroid-shaped device that was hit with a national security order, a torus that emits a toroidal energy field, essentially an energy donut, or a rodent coil, another controversial topic of many online free energy theories, a device that harnesses the unique properties of toroidal fields to create energy through a system called vortex-based mathematics, a 9-digit pattern that's also the foundation of that whole 369 thing that Nikola Tesla claimed to hold the key to understanding the universe, that appears to create energy in a closed system with near 100% efficiency, breaking the first 2 laws of thermodynamics, the thought of which makes physicists cry who insist it's physically impossible. But this concept was replicated in tests like mathematicians Marco Rodin's rodent coil and Victor Schoberger's vortex machine. Even NASA briefly experimented with an engine called the M-Drive, which used similar principles to produce energy and was quickly deemed suitable pseudoscience and shut down. Now, Stanley Meyer's device didn't run on gas, electricity, or even water. It ran on nothing. Exactly where we find those quantum vacuum fluctuations, zero-point energy. Drawing energy from this zero-point field, Nikola Tesla and other scientists of our past called this field the ether, a layer beyond our dimension that we can't exactly see but can still interact with. Exactly what quantum mechanics is slowly beginning to prove. Ether was even officially listed as a fifth element in our education systems for centuries, and is also how the rumored Tartarian Empire, the Egyptians, Atlantis, and other advanced ancient cultures of our past are said to have drawn energy from the sky by extracting it from the ether that exists all around us, the zero-point energy field. But by the 1920s, scientists were forced to reject the notion of ether, conforming to the regular four elements as we know today. As we know, Tesla himself even tried experimenting with and bringing this technology into the modern world, but was also silenced from doing so. Let's hope I'm not next on their hit list.
Yeah, let's pray for bro. What if the certain families, a certain percentage of people at the top of the pyramid, what if they're the true fallen, which I believe so? What if they're the real fallen angels? And what if God is like, no? What if every time, what if they've tried to use the ether or free energy or things like that, and God don't give them the power to do it? And when they try to get us to do it for them, it still don't work. Because they're the fallen. They can't do that. So they found out another way and just exploit us for money and gatekeep all that type of information to normal people. And what if that's why they can't use it? And what if for us, every time we try to use it, anytime we're in a game or anytime if you're in a video game, you have, in order to beat the game, you have something in your way. What if that 1% in royal families is what's designed to be in our way while we here on this realm called Earth? Just a question. Do I believe all of that? No, I don't. I think they use it because they vibrate so low. They use us as energy. So if we're putting all our energy in on electricity, gas, food, water, all these necessities that should just be naturally given to us because that's what's is natural to Earth. It should just be free. It should just be something we can have. They make us work and use our energy for it. They feed off that energy like the clip before that. But it's just something to think about. Like, what if God didn't grant them the powers to be able to use certain things? And therefore they can't use it. Because I think if they could use free energy, I think they would. But I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. That's a deep ass rabbit hole. Them patents is a mother, right? Them patents are just I can see why they could be used, but they're used for the worst. They're not used for security purposes and things like that. They're used to keep their society intact. That's my opinion. Black shelving, right? Ain't that what it's called? They do that shit a lot.
We have some serious news this morning. The United States has been put on a watch list for urgent concern over the health of its civic society.
The Declaration of Independence has a fail-safe built into it. The Declaration of Independence says that if the government ever stopped working for us, because the people are the reason the government even exists. We created the government. And it says that if the government ever stopped working for us, we could overthrow it. We can get everybody out of there. And did you know each state has its own constitution? Each constitution says the same thing or a variation of it. That if the government ever stopped working for us and they chose big corporations and profit over us, that we could get rid of them, all of them. It's 360 million of us, and it's only a couple hundred elite. It's always been the 99% versus the 1%. This is why they keep you distracted. This is why they want you to focus on LGBTQ rights. That's why they want you to focus on other wars that have nothing to do with us. This is why they want you to focus on celebrity gossip, award shows, galas, things that don't make sense, while they work in the background stripping your liberties, when we should be focusing on the rights of humanity, the liberties of humanity. Imagine if they taught in schools when we were young that the Declaration of Independence said we could get rid of them at any time. If they ever stop working for us, we can overthrow them because we created the government. They knew this was always a possibility, that the government would turn on the people. Imagine if they taught in schools that every state has its own independent constitution, and that these constitutions said the same exact thing. If the government ever stops working for us, we can get rid of all of them. We can overthrow them at any time. It's over 360 million able-bodied people in this country alone. This is why they don't want us to unite. This is why they keep you focused on certain parts of the Constitution and not the part that actually matters. Do with this information what you will.
The reason why it's so hard, and they know it's so hard for us to do that, is because we got too many people. Man, just think we got a thing called an election, and people can't even see eye to eye with that, bro. Some people still believe in some people believe in Sleepy Joe, bro. Really? And I ain't gonna get on the other one. I ain't gonna do it, bro. Some people just can't handle the heat when they come to him. So I'm gonna stay off that. But some people still decide to choose it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. We can't even agree if a damn mermaid is real or if it was CGI or not. So it's like, bro, how we gonna get on one accord and kick them out? Some people believe that they there to support them. They don't care about you, bro. They don't care about me either. They damn sure don't care about me. So it's like, yeah, bro, the whole shit is a setup. So I get it. It sounds simple. It is simple. But people don't make shit simple. My uncle told me one thing you always gonna have to understand, because you always gonna have to deal with every single day of your life. And you gotta get used to them. It's humans. Humans is something you gotta get used to. You deal with them every single day. You gotta understand them. You gotta learn them, because you deal with them every day. When he told me that, that it helped me so much. I do still get pissed off with some humans. I'm not gonna say that. I'm still human. But at the end of the day, you gotta tolerate them. You gotta learn them. You can't isolate yourself from them. You isolate yourself, you start isolating yourself from receiving information. You don't get the information you need. So it all works hand in hand. But yeah, we can't even agree on simple shit. So how are we gonna agree and get on one accord and kick them out of? How are people gonna kick the 1% out if we can't even get along? We don't even agree. We don't even. Look, they got us living different lives. Some people come from certain environments and don't know what this environment's like. So they live a different life. Their perspective, their mindset is different on life. Vice versa. Some people just never get along. That's part of their plan. That's part of their plan, man. That's why I say remove the differences and start looking at the similarities. Differences divide us. Similarities unite us.
Oh, so y'all ain't hear about what happened at the school in Texas Friday, Thursday last week? I know y'all ain't here because why? Ain't no phones. They banned the phones. And not only that, guess what? The parent was the last people to know what happened. It made Fox News first before they even sent emails to the parents. And guess what? The school is right down the road from me, right? Right down the road from me. I didn't hear nothing about it until today, which is Sunday. So do y'all still think they should ban phones, right? Okay, let me tell y'all exactly what happened, but I got to talk in code because of TikTok. Now, I don't know what happened, but last week it was a Michael Meyer at the school. A Michael Meyer, Jason, a little Chucky. Just, I can't say the word, but y'all know what, yeah. Somebody was poking somebody else, and it got way out of hand. That's why I was telling y'all parents, y'all talking about education, we talking about safety. They only 2 weeks in the school year already. Somebody already getting poked up already. And the crazy part about it is, the only somebody that got the evidence is the teachers, the principals, and that's it. And whoever run the cameras. Ain't nobody got to record it. It's basically your child word against their words. And not only that, the news words. Not only that, imagine if you the parent of the child that got poked, right? Imagine trying to defend your child but you don't even know what happened because you ain't got footage. And not only that, they won't even give you footage. See, I'm the only spot that got on this app when they banned these phones. I told y'all, they was trying to hide some shit. Stuff was gonna go on even worse at these schools. Y'all kept hollering education, I kept hollering safety. Like I said, we only 2 weeks in school and somebody already getting poked up and not with a pencil. Right now, it's all on the news in Texas right now. Imagine if you're a working parent and you got hundreds and hundreds of emails coming in a day. How you gonna find time out of your day to check all them emails and notice your child's school email in there? And not only that, find out that something happened to your child in one day. Y'all don't need phone, remember? Y'all don't want phone. Let the kid get an education. Now they can get an education. Okay, now folks scared to get an education now because somebody just got poked up. Now, what about the safety? Who gonna protect them? Who gonna protect the kids? He took away the phones, but can't take away the weapons going in and out schools. Miss me with this shit.
Hey, I told y'all when I was teaching, there was the principal there. He didn't like people who look like me. All I'm gonna say is he liked a certain group of people that are going through certain things in with ICE. Let's put it like that. And one of the students I had said he was gonna do some wild shit on campus. He threw some scissors, he cut a girl's hair, he took a cancer patient's wig and threw it on the ground. That day I had to remember you're a teacher, bro. Remove your emotion, because that pissed me off. It did. I'm not gonna lie. And a lot of the times I notice with students, it always comes down to the parents. It's the parents' fault. The kids are how the kids are is because of the parent. The parent didn't raise them. Parent didn't get them ready for how the world's gonna be. And that was one of these kids. And the principal, I told the principal, he told me he had some in his bag. Now I can't search I wanted to, but we couldn't, the principal say. He go into the principal office, principal come out, he doesn't have anything. I said, you check his bag? No, but I know he doesn't. You know he don't have, bro, so the whole day I'm watching his little ass. Like I knew for a fact, if this little boy goes in his bag and he grabs something that I know ain't pleasant, I'm sorry, God, forgive me. I ain't gonna tell you what I was about to do. But his little bro was gonna have to drop that damn piece. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all let me know y'all opinions. But these schools don't take that type of shit serious. They don't. They don't. I'm telling you, I seen a principal do it. I ain't gonna drop his name because I know he still need his job. I don't know if he still work there. But he is a terrible ass principal. That's all I'm gonna say. He didn't care, bro. He was more so worried about what his people that look like him, if they were happy or not. Bro, damn all that. Bro, you gotta, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. I don't give a damn about no color. I don't give a damn about no people. I don't give a damn about none of that, bro. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And there's evil regardless of the color of you. There's evil of every ethnicity. There's evil of everything. There's good of every ethnicity and there's good of everything. There's good and bad of everything. Put it like that. He didn't care though. He wanted to put the blame on me. I'm not doing something. Bro, how the hell can I control? Anyways, y'all get what I mean. These school systems are shit. The school system is bullshit, bro. Take it from somebody who used to teaching them. They are bullshit. They don't care. They're there to babysit your children for the time being. School's out, they don't care. Like I said, there's schools with no homework, bro. They're not teaching shit, they're babysitting. Let me know y'all thoughts.
Fasting, you don't lose weight, you lose impurities. And everybody that hear us talking now, tonight when they go to sleep will go on a fast. Once you go to sleep, the body goes on a fast. When you wake up, eat your first meal, we call it breakfast. It's breaking the fast. When you tell people that, you say, why don't you go home and fast? And they'll go home and say, I heard Dick Gregory, I want to fast. I say, well, did you check with a doctor? You know, you don't check with a doctor when you do. You don't check with a doctor when you do alcohol. All the things that I ever did to corrupt my body, I never checked with nobody. Someone asked me the other day, some news station said, you know, you've been fasting for 30-some years. What does your doctor think? My doctor 27 years.
I'm gonna be honest with you, fasting is the cure for everything. When your body don't have nothing to eat, it's gonna eat all your bad cells up because it go into fight or flight. And when you eat your bad cells, your body release hydrogen. And you know, we breathe in oxygen. So I be wondering like, damn, I done went all day without eating and drinking, but I'm still pissing. Like, why am I pissing? We create our own water.
When's the fast? Is it the sun's up to down? No.
That's what most people do from sun up to sundown. But I like to do it to where when I break my fast, it's just with liquids. I like that liquid diet.
So the best way to get rid of a mucinoid plaque? Fasting. Fasting. And I'm talking about long fasting and hydration, because hydration breaks up calcification and stagnation. And how do you hydrate? Water, H3O2, juices from your fruits, juices from your vegetables. And look, last but not least, what I've been talking about, eating alkaline forming foods. Eventually, it's going to decay and break off. Same, and look, and I used to use this analogy all the time, right? If you put a sticky substance on the floor, you're not gonna go sweep and mop it up without using water, correct? You're gonna use some type of salt. You're gonna use some type of liquid, some type of hydration to break up the sticky substance from off the floor. You're doing the same thing with the mucinoid plaque that's actually built up inside of the intestine. You're gonna take some type of hydration to break up the stagnation and calcium.
This is a production facility for canned human flesh in the United States. They knocked people out and placed them on the conveyor belt. After being processed through a meat grinder, evenly sized patties are freshly made. Next, the patties are sent to the kitchen in the restaurant. They are then turned into burgers that both adults and children love. The restaurant's business is booming every day. However, the supply of raw materials starts to fall short. So, the factory turns its attention to illegal immigrants. The immigrants they catch are sent to nursing homes. On the surface, these immigrants are volunteers at the nursing homes. In reality, they are being kept as livestock for their flesh. But soon, Jack starts to notice something isn't right. That night, he sneaks off to investigate. Unexpectedly, Jack stumbles upon a dead elderly man suddenly coming back to life. Luckily, a caregiver arrives just in time to subdue the man. The caregiver warns Jack to stay away from the place. But the horrifying truth is hidden beyond what Jack saw. These elderly people are actually young individuals who were fed hormones by the factory. In just a few days, they age rapidly, but their flesh becomes tender and juicy. Jack manages to track down his sister through a tattoo. But just as he finds her, a caregiver arrives and knocks Jack out with a punch. When Jack wakes up, he finds himself in a wheelchair. Even more shocking, half of his face has aged into that of an elderly man. Yet, despite this, Jack refuses to give up on escaping. He quietly frees his arm from the restraints. Then, taking advantage of the moment when no one is looking, he escapes the room. By the time the guards realize something is wrong, it's too late. Jack is already hiding in a secret warehouse. But what he sees next nearly scares him to death. The film's name is American Carnage.
Yeah, have y'all seen it? Is it a must watch? Don't spoil it for me, but should I watch it? Spam up the name again? I need to know that because I'm curious watching it. I think that shit real. Y'all know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. Even if you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. Shout out to the Collective again. Man, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And until I see y'all in the next one, man, I hope y'all doing good. I apologize again that I have been missing in action for the last couple days. I apologize again. I had to get myself right. I was starting to get underwater a little bit. Emotions are starting to flood me. But again, I love y'all. Until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my account. Sheesh, at the